So yesterday I did some bundle dyeing, and there's a lot of negative space in my tea towel that I bundle dyed. So I thought it would be fun to do a little over dye using this maple, Japanese maple that I have in my garden. And so I'm just going to trim a couple of the lower branches and put them in my dye pot. And very similar to the same process that I use in my wild inks. So we're gonna try that today and kind of see what's gonna happen. I don't know what color I'm gonna extract from the maple today. It is middle of May, almost Memorial Day in 2025. And a couple of years ago when I was working with Japanese maple, making wild inks, I got the most beautiful blue gray, steel gray color. It was just beautiful. But I have worked with this same plant in a different season of the year, and I got a different color. So I'm really curious as to what color that we're going to extract today. So let's find out. All right, so we're in the kitchen. I got a basket full of maple limbs. And my pot, I got this at a thrift store. It still has the tag on it because I'm too lazy to take it off. But it is my dedicated dye pot. It does not get used for any sort of food grade, anything. It is strictly for making ink and dye. So I've already got it on the stove, heating up. We're not gonna boil the leaves. I'm just gonna simmer it for a while and slowly extract the color out of my branches, which I might need to trim down. But anyway, I'm just gonna put them in here and I'm gonna let this simmer for a while. And the great thing about this is I am a multitasker and I can put everything in this pot. I can let it simmer. It might take up to an hour. Just watch your pot, make sure that none of that you still have water in your pot, and keep adding to it until you extract some color. And the more the water evaporates, the more concentrated your color is gonna be, your ink is gonna be. When I'm making ink, I want a super concentrated ink, so there's not a lot of water. But in working with dye, I'm going to have a little bit more water in this pot because I want my tea towel to be able to completely submerge in this pot. So we're just going to play and figure it out as we go. Okay, my leaves have been simmering in this pot for, gosh, probably 2 hours now, maybe a little bit longer. I think I've extracted all the color I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to pull all this plant material out, compost it, and then keep the lid off and let some of the water simmer out of the pot so the color gets a little bit more condensed. All right, I let my dye pot boil down a little bit just to try to condense in the color. You can see there's still some leaves in there, it'll be fine. But it's boiled down to the point now where I want to make sure I have enough water in the pot so that when I put my tea towel in here, it will completely submerge and be able to float in the water to get enough dye covering all the area. So I'm gonna turn the stove off, leave this alone. I'm gonna take my tea towel, get it wet prior to dunking it in here, and then put it in here and let it sit, I don't know, for however long I want to. So this is my bundle dye tea towel. I dyed this yesterday with Coreopsis flowers, I can never say that right, out of the garden, and it turned out great. The color looks great. I just wasn't super thrilled. There just seems to be a lot of negative space, and it kind of looks like I don't know, like a spotted leopard or something. So not quite the look I was going for, maybe, or anyway, I just want to kind of play with this. So this is wet, and we're just gonna put it in the dye bath, and I'm just gonna let this cool. Make sure it's fully submerged. All right, and I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit and continue to stir it every once in a while just to make sure that the fabric is wet and doesn't get dry in the process. And then we'll see what it looks like. All right, so I over dyed with the maple leaves, and I hope you guys can see this well, but it turned out a really nice muted yellow color. I'm not super thrilled with the, the final outcome. So I'm going to continue playing with this one, but I really like the yellow that the maple leaves turned out. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna continue playing with this guy. But hope you enjoyed my little experiment. Y'all have a great day.